Hey everybody, my name is Go Home Ryan, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching the Frankenstein official trailer by Guillermo del Toro, featured by Netflix. Super excited for this movie. Guillermo del Toro is probably in my top 5 of directors. Honestly, maybe even top 2. Pan's Labyrinth is a favorite movie of all time for me. I think set the foundation, set the floor for my love of movies. I really loved that new Pinocchio movie that came out a couple of years ago that Del Toro directed. Just an all-around great director. Just really knows what he's doing. Top director would be Park Chan-wook. We can talk more about Park Chan-wook later, though, because he does have a movie that's coming out sometime either later this year or early next year. But enough talking. Let's just go ahead and get into the trailer.
My maker told his tale, and I will tell you mine.
I'll say the one thing. One, I think this is a different take on Frankenstein, as I'm sure maybe many of you are aware. I'm not. It seems like it's telling the story of Frankenstein through the actual monster, Frankenstein's monster, this time, rather than Frankenstein the scientist, because as you know, Frankenstein's the scientist, the monster, Frankenstein's monster, just doesn't have a name. The other part of it, I'll just say, I didn't like Shape of Water. That's like the one movie I didn't like by Del Toro that I've seen. Other than that, great director. Let's get back into it.
I remember pieces, memories of different men. And I saw it, your name. Victor Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
I forget Oscar's last name, but that's Oscar. Love Oscar. Love everything he does. He's fantastic actor. If you might know him from Star Wars, he's really fantastic in Star Wars. Excited to see him. I'm also interested. I feel like this movie's going to be set. I don't know if you've read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. The monster, maybe I shouldn't say much, but at some point, a bunch of stuff happens, and the monster leaves and goes and explores the world, and then revisits Victor later on in his life. After Victor does a lot of searching for the monster in an attempt to kill him, and so I wonder if this movie happens during one of the points in time where the monster disappears, right, and then comes back and revisits Victor and just pops back up in his life. That'd be a really interesting take, I think. But maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Let's watch more of the trailer and find out. And we love ourselves some Mia Goth. Mia Goth is fantastic. If you've seen any of the X movies, the X trilogy, she's fantastic in all those movies. What's the movie? Is it Infinity Pool? She's really great in that too. Just an all around. I feel like she's being typecast into horror, and I don't want that for her because I know she has so much more to offer outside of horror. But I also love horror movies. That's my bag. So happy to see her here, knowing that she's gonna do the dang thing, and she's gonna be amazing when she does the dang thing. Just wanted to say that real quick.
My creator. I demand a single grace from you. If you are not to award me love,
Okay, so all right, so we've seen Victor throughout the rest of this trailer, and he's like barefaced, and he looks like relatively young compared to this shot. I think I'm maybe on the money. I think, or it might just follow the entire trajectory of Frankenstein, where the Frankenstein's monster comes back in and out of his life at different points. You know, and he really doesn't know. Victor Frankenstein really doesn't know when the monster's going to show up, and kind of lives in fear of that. If I'm remembering the story correctly. If I'm not, feel free to correct me in the comments. But that's how I remember it. Is that he kind of lives in fear of the monster returning at any point in time, like a virus that can't be killed. And so yeah, I wonder. It seems like that's probably what's going to end up happening here. Or I think it would be more interesting to start later in the story because we already know how Frankenstein was made, but maybe Del Toro wants to revisit it from the beginning and, you know, wants to tell it from the monster's perspective from Jump Street. And if that's the case, that's the case. But yeah, I think that's clearly what's happening here is that this is an aged up version of Victor, probably later on in life when he's least expecting to see the monster is my guess. But we'll see when the movie comes out, right? Oscar Isaac. My bad, Oscar. I didn't say your last name at the beginning. Oscar Isaac. Again, fantastic actor. Jacob Elordi, I haven't seen much of him, and so I'm not necessarily sure how he's going to do, but I you know, everybody that has seen him in something has said that he's fantastic. So I have some hopes. I imagine he's playing the monster. We got a brief peek at his face at the end. I'm glad that they showed us his face, and I'm glad that it's like, it's not your traditional like Frankenstein face. You know what I mean? There's like that Frankenstein face that we've become accustomed to at this point, and I'm glad it's not that. Mia Goth, I already praised her, gave her praises, but like enough can't be said about how she's enough can't be said. I was right the first time. Enough can't be said about how amazing she is, and the work that she does. And Christoph Waltz, excuse me, also a great actor. Okay. Right. Okay, so that was the trailer for Frankenstein. I'm excited for the movie. Cautiously optimistic. I mean, I think it's going to be good because it's a Del Toro film. But we'll see how this like new take on it, this new spin, really elevates the story, or really allows Del Toro to elevate the story. I mean, he's given a blank slate, right? In that we have a general idea of how the Frankenstein narrative goes, but I don't think we've ever really visited it from this side of things, not in a way that was serious or actually like took the material seriously. So he's kind of given a blank slate. Yeah, they've got the general narrative laid out. Yeah, he's got the skeleton laid out, but at the same time, he can dress that skeleton however he sees fit. And so I think that's going to really allow him to stretch and to like do what he wants in order to give us the best version of this film as possible. So cautiously optimistic. I mean, you know, I think it's going to be a good time. And let me know what you think in the comments. If you think differently, do you think that Oscar Isaac is going to be a good Victor Frankenstein? He's not your traditional like like European white man. And so do you think that's going to affect how he plays the character? Do you think that Jacob Elordi is going to do a great job as Frankenstein? And then do you think that Mia Goth is going to do a good job playing as what I think is going to be Victor Frankenstein's love interest, just based on the scene where they were dancing together. And I mean, there may be some bad news for you in the future, but we'll see when the movie comes out. Yeah, do you think she's going to do a good job in her role? I don't know. Do you know? Let's talk about it in the comments. But until next time, y'all, this has been Go Home Ryan. I'll see you later. Later, Gators.